You ever sign up for zero commission trading apps only to find fees, limits, or missing tools buried in the fine print? Moomoo claims to offer pro-level features with no hidden costs. But is that really true, or just another slick pitch? I tested the platform myself, and what I found might surprise you. Let's first dive into the features. Right from the start, I could tell Moomoo wasn't trying to be another Robinhood clone. This platform clearly aims higher, offering powerful tools that feel more like something you'd expect from a professional trading desk than a beginner app. If you've ever felt boxed in by basic apps, or maybe you're frustrated by the stripped down interfaces that feel like they're built for first timers only, this feels different. Moomoo's trading platform is clearly designed for people who want more, so I downloaded the desktop version on my Mac and immediately saw how customizable it was. Multi-screen layouts, real-time charting, and a slick interface that wasn't just aesthetic. It actually made me faster. You don't just get price action, you get context, real-time depth, institutional order flow, and total control over your layout. And surprisingly, the mobile version holds its own too. I wasn't expecting to be able to run proper chart analysis on my phone, but Moomoo didn't strip it down. Real-time quotes, technical overlays, even alerts that sync across devices. It's not just mobile trading for show, it works when you need it. Funding the account was also smoother than I expected. Deposits and withdrawals are streamlined, and I didn't hit any surprise fees. I linked my bank account and the transfers were timely. Compared to other platforms I've used where you're stuck wondering where your money is or where it's floating for like 2 days, this was honestly a relief. Now, one of my first questions was, is Moomoo trustworthy? Turns out it's not just some no-name app that popped up last year. It's a registered broker-dealer, part of FINRA and SIPC. That means that your money is insured up to $500,000 for securities and $250,000 in cash. That's not something every new age app can say. Now let's talk about one of the biggest features that most platforms charge for, the free level 2 data. If you're actively trading, this matters. It's not just the surface numbers, you're seeing the order book, the depth behind the moves, being able to see how big players are positioning before a breakout. So that's serious edge. On platforms like Robinhood, you'd be paying a subscription for that. And if you're into scanning for trade setups, the built-in stock screener is actually useful. You can filter by fundamentals, technicals, even things like unusual volume. I used some screeners before that felt like they were built just to check a box, but this one actually helped me find some solid trade ideas. The best part is that all of these tools don't just exist independently either. They're integrated in a way that makes the entire trading experience feel cohesive. You're not jumping between tabs or stitching together your own workflow. It all just fits together. If you're a brand new investor who just wants to buy and hold a few stocks, Moomoo might feel like overkill. But if you're even a little bit active or want to grow into a more serious trader, the tools are here. And unlike Robinhood, which sometimes feels more like training wheels, Moomoo gives you the full toolkit upfront. But does all this make Moomoo the perfect trading platform? Afraid not. No platform nails it all. And honestly, Moomoo's biggest challenge isn't even about performance. It's about perception. If you're brand new to investing, it can feel overwhelming at first. I remember opening the dashboard for the first time and thinking, okay, this isn't your average beginner app. There's just a lot going on. Pro-level tools, advanced data, institutional tracking. It's a lot to take in if you're used to something super stripped down like Robinhood. But here's the thing. Once I spent a little time with it, that complexity turned into confidence. I didn't feel limited. I felt like I had room to grow. That initial intimidation, it faded fast once I started using the platform daily. Everything's right there, you just need to give yourself a little time to get familiar. As great as I found Moomoo to be, I wanted to see what other users have experienced. Not just the polished stuff, but the messy, frustrated one-star rants too, because let's be honest, every platform has a highlight reel. The real test is what people say after they've been inside for a while. And one piece of feedback stood out to me. One user left a pretty concerning comment. He said that Moomoo was a horrible company just because they demanded a bank statement after he had already initiated a deposit. He felt that this was unusual and added that he's dealt with all the major brokers and had never experienced something like that before. Now, sure, that might seem off until you realize that Moomoo is fully regulated by FINRA and backed by the SIPC or SIPC. That means that they're legally required to verify funding sources in certain cases. Is it annoying? Yeah, I can see that, but it's more about compliance than sketchy behavior. And from what I saw, this wasn't something that kept popping up over and over again. Now, here's where things get interesting. On the flip side, a lot of users say the opposite. One said the interface was clean, easy to navigate, and that the commissions and currency conversion fees were way lower than he expected. He even said the in-app chat handled his questions better than some of the bigger name brokers that he'd used. Another guy said he found Moomoo great for investing just overall. He liked the low fees, said it was easy to use, and called it good value. So, is Moomoo good? From what I've seen and read, and later experienced myself, it has its friction points, sure, but most of what people are saying is positive. And the negatives? They're rare, isolated, and usually tied to security protocols or misunderstandings, not systemic flaws. Now, when I first looked into Moomoo, I expected all those pro-level tools to come with a catch, maybe a monthly fee, or, some hidden charges buried in the fine print. But after digging into the actual pricing structure and testing it myself, I was honestly surprised that Moomoo is surprisingly affordable, especially considering that it gives you tools that other platforms charge monthly for. And that includes access to their powerful platform, research tools, even level 2 data. They also run regular promotions, which often includes free stocks, bonuses for deposits, or zero commission trades. Check the link in the description of this video for the most up-to-date info on pricing, commissions, and any active promo codes. We try to keep that link current so you're always seeing the best deal. So, after using Moomoo myself, digging through real user data, and testing the tools firsthand, yeah, I'd say it's legit. It's not flawless, no platform is, but between the pro-grade features, fair pricing, and strong regulatory backing, it's definitely one of the better trading platforms I've tried. If you want to try it out, hit the link in the description for their current promos. You might be able to grab free stocks or a sign-up bonus while you're at it.